Alright, and hello. I am now streaming. What? No, I'm good right now. Daughter's checking if her music's too loud. Yes, she is going to have friends over tonight, so you may uh, just hear some background noise. It's okay though. Uh, First for me, sort of. I started my streaming debut sort of yesterday. And I'm now waiting for my stream here to catch up. I'm trying to watch my own stream for a second to make sure it's going good. Too loud. There we go. And it's a blank screen on purpose. So what we got going on here now is I'm going to launch the game. The servers are now coming back online. They did some patch maintenance stuff at earlier today, January 16th, 2015. Happy New Year. Uh, Again, I am a brand new streamer, Crazy Gamers here. Got the name from my son. He's 12. He is a Minecraft guru, like so many of the other younger guys out there and gals. Encourage you guys, keep up the good stuff. Create some incredible things, even in a blocky world. I'm not so much into the blocky world. I did give it a try. However, it is not so much my thing. I do play it on occasion, though. I'm more into the mods. I usually find something on Technic and find something. I'm more into a reason to play. Uh, Survival is a reason. Minecraft does have survival. It's just not that hard. I am a pretty big 7 Days to Die gamer. I like a lot of assorted video games. I am a PC gamer, not a console gamer. However, I do have a Xbox One. My volume on H1Z1 is overbearing me right now. I hope I'm not screaming at you. I'm looking for a server called Chainsaw. See if it's up. I am. One thing I noticed here. Bear with me, my cigarette almost went out. So, let's just start out with the basics. I'm sort of. I did a little bit of testing for my stream here, setting up my stream, capturing the video prior to live streaming here, doing some sampling on my own side to make sure everything's going good. So, a couple notes. It's launching today, and much better than yesterday, January 15th, where a lot of people were frustrated. But hey, welcome to early access. This is not unforeseen. If you thought you were going to get the game and play it yesterday, like I did, you're not alone. We all hoped for it. Uh, However, asking to play yesterday, gosh, that was a big ask. Any launch day for any MMO of any level, unless you are, uh, I guess Korean, maybe the Asian game market, they do a pretty good launches with theirs. However, in the U.S., the EU, Australia, we hammer the crap out of their servers all at once. And our developers, U.S. developers at least, have always kind of failed at launch day. Uh, going back to the EverQuest 1 days, going back to the beta, going back to the go live, all this stuff. You wonder. I mean, that was 1996, if I remember correctly. Forgive me if I'm off by a year. It might have been 95, late 95. Uh, we're in 2015 here. You know, uh, you're talking 20 years, And we still have problems with game producers and developers rolling out MMOs, at least in the US market, maybe even the EU, but most of the games I play are US based. I'm like most Americans, we're ignorant, at least to an extent. With languages, we are not as, I'm going to say, lucky as others, uh, where we are, have our native tongue, and then because of the Americans like myself, uh, who don't have a second tongue, most of you speak English as well. And to some effect, from I work for a global company based out of Sweden, and most of you guys in Germany and Sweden and you name it, outside of the Asia Pacific, you guys speak great English. 90% of you. And of course, I'm used to getting past the accent, which makes it sometimes difficult. Not so much for the Scandinavian countries, but definitely something like a very stern accent, like a German or a Polish or even a Russian. Uh, the old USSR type countries, you guys have some thick accents. So once people get past those, then of course you speak great English. And again, the accent's not your fault any more than it is somebody from the Bronx or somebody from California or the South with the Southern drawls. Yes, I am restarting the game here. So you got a black screen again. All I can say is you're talking 20 years at least here, and still the routers, the network infrastructure, the load balancers, uh, whatever it is, the network code is always so challenging for our US based companies. They underestimate or something. I really don't know. I mean, obviously, feel free to, to comment um, and share what you think might be the reason for the U.S. market MMOs, which put out a lot of AAA games. They dump a lot of money into them. I mean, look at Blizzard. They're a U.S. based company, and I think they peaked at some point around 14 million active subscribers. And yes, I know about you multi botters out there. I was one of you. I I used to run two or three virtual machines at one time, or instances, I shouldn't say. I didn't really VM at that moment. VMing is is something I've gotten into in the last 10 years. Uh, However, we're back at the server screen. I'm rambling. You have to forgive me. I gotta let you guys know. All right. So today is my first real official stream because I have a feeling I'm gonna get in the dang game today. Yesterday was my first real streaming day. It really was. Um, However, what ended up happening is, a lucky few got in, and I don't even know what that is. 10,000 maybe across the globe. 20,000. I mean, think about that. That is a tiny number when you're talking global. Um, even if you were just talking about the United States, that's tiny. But then you got to add the rest of the, billions of people out in the world, and especially our European counterparts, our Aussie friends, the guys, who are somewhere around 7 to 10 hours ahead of Sony Online Entertainment, which is in the Pacific Standard Time zone. You guys were up late, just praying to get 5 minutes to get a half hour in before you had to get up to work. You'd go to bed because you got to get up to work on a Friday morning. Me, I stayed up until I don't know 10 or 11 Eastern time. I am outside of the Philadelphia area, and I'm 3 hours ahead of Pacific time. Uh, it's just amazing how we just sit here and I'm watching other live streamers. Serious gaming. Kudos to you guys, man. Lyric, I love you guys. I could name four or five more, but I'm sorry I even name drop some. I'm not trying to tailcoat you or anything like that. I mean, those were just two that I subscribed to yesterday just because, well, they're great streamers. And I mean, serious gaming. You gotta love the couple. A and V. Love you guys. Shout out to you. I was in your stream most of the night last night, and yeah, I watched you guys click on play and crash and get as frustrated as anyone would possibly um, uh, bang your head up against a cement brick wall waiting for Sony. You're going to see us load up the H1Z1 and go black and come back and forth. I'm trying to get the chainsaw server here and just see where things are going. I just got a tweet here. Let's see here. So 18 minutes ago, a bunch from SMED, a bunch of servers are still coming up. We're working on that right now. 12 minutes ago, working two major issues. One, grayed out servers, some didn't come up. We're working on it. And the G29 error, Steam API timeout. Uh, I fully understand their Steam early access. Uh, Steam is a big market. Deal with it. Yeah, love it or hate it, you deal with it. I own a lot of games on Steam. I probably own I don't even know, but I'm up there. 20, 30, 40. I don't know. When I look for a new game to play, the first place I go is Steam. I'm not saying I like Steam. I'm not saying I hate Steam. I'm just saying it's kind of like an easy place to go. Unless I'm looking for something very specific, then of course our uber gods, Google, the guys taking over the world. Um, so, Steam obviously is a component of the authentication, I'm sure, or at least for the update that they pushed out. I think it was a small hot fix. And then 8 minutes ago, want updates on the changes we're going to make to airdrops? Read about it. Oh, let's see what their. I'm so sorry about the blank screen, guys and gals. Um, let's see if I can fix that on the fly. This will be new for me. I am really, really, really new to streaming, so you're gonna have to bear with me here. And I am going to add a new capture device. Okay, let me check out my own stream, and you're going to hear a pause from me vocally because it echoes in my ear. I just want to see if it's showing it. Normally I play with a couple monitors. I'm playing on my 55-inch Samsung TV. A new capture device. Wonderful. Okay. I see it going here. So what we're streaming now, obviously you don't want to try and read this from my screen. However, if you go to the Twitter page, okay, game companies, please, game companies, you have your own domain. In this case, H1Z1.com. Try posting your crap there. People don't use, not everybody in the world. I know. Oh my God. I know. not everybody in the world uses Twitter or Facebook or Reddit. You know, your normal gamer just wants to go to your website and see your updates. Now, that being said, I have to give them a kudos because they are streaming some of the twits. I do call them twits. I'm sorry. I'm not a big Twitter guy. Okay. I don't understand. I mean, I understand it. I'm old. Call me old. All right. But anyway, we're here. We're back to the Reddit feed. So just just for uh, just for H1Z1's sake, for my stream's sake, I know you're probably just going, really? This guy, you know, this guy's gonna read this shit to us. Yeah, I gotta read it. I can read it out loud. You can come back to me in a few. I'm just waiting for my server to come up. I really want to play on the server Chainsaw. It makes me think of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a PvE server. Again, I am not normally a Care Bear. I do like PvP. However, I do not like PvP with jerks. And I've seen some of the streaming community yesterday. You have to forgive me, guys. I watched a streamer yesterday. He was from the UK. He was one of the lucky few to get on. So I watched him. He was ever so humble. I mean, you got to give this guy credit. The guy was so humble. He would tell everyone, "Hey, listen. My max viewer count at one time was 200-ish. His normal view count's 80 to 100. He had over 17,000 viewers last night. I mean, at one time. You you know what? Kudos to you, buddy. Kudos to you. And my apologies for not remembering your name, but the nameless UK guy streaming on Twitch last night who was the lucky son of a bitch to get in. Hey, get all them viewers. Kudos to you, my friend. And and he wasn't about the money, and that's not why I do it either. My kids keep telling me to do it. Everybody tells me to do it. I love playing video games, so let's play. So anyway, here we go. So Smedley, I'm assuming is the one who posted this. Well, not posted it, but wrote it. Well, there's Arc Ledger here, and you know what? Arc Ledger. There's no D in there. Text. What do you do? All right. So update about airdrops and my personal apology. Hey guys, first I want to say thank you to all of you, even the ones that were very upset with us. We have received an overwhelming amount of support and feedback. Of course you have. You have, I mean, this is about airdrops, okay? If you don't know anything about the airdrops, 8 months or so ago, Sony Online Entertainment, SOE, John Smedley, who names it, the developers, you know what, throw a name X out here, okay? Said, hey, we're not going to throw out anything but cosmetics. We're not going to put guns. We're not going to put ammo. Especially those kind of two things came to everybody's mind when they said it in their quote on Reddit. They're not going to put them in airdrops. Why? Because they feel it's game breaking. Those are not their exact words. I'm paraphrasing. Okay? Well, the day they launched, they kind of announced though. Well, okay. Correction. Not the day they launched. They did it in some streams. They did talk about it, but it really wasn't like kind of on the forefront. So everybody kind of said, hey, well, not everyone. A large portion of the community said, great, because we don't want pay to win. We look at, a lot of parts of the community are saying, hey, pay to win is if you get an edge up or have a chance of an edge up versus the non-paying player. All right, so when people saw some streamers last night, and what they were seeing was AR-15s, shotguns, ammo, all these things coming in airdrops. The community went haywire. They did, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't say I went haywire, but I'm like, whoa, whoa, wait a minute here. You know what? Uh, you want to do some things to make cash. Oh, I'm good for you. You are a United States and a Japanese entity, a corporation. That your business model is to make money. I get it. I get it, and I hope all of my new viewers, since again it's my first real day streaming, get that. That's what they're not in the business of charity. They're not like going, "Hey, can I have some money and I'm, going to give it away to the other guy and I'm just going to pay my administrative overhead." No, no, no. These guys have shareholders and they got to make money, and if their game doesn't make money or their product, whatever X their product X is, whether it's a television or a Blu-ray player or a computer or a laptop, TV, or a video game, if it doesn't make money or it doesn't have the promise of making money, they're not going to get investment from their leadership within the organization. So anyway, I'm rambling. You gotta forgive me. So that's what the buzz is about. Everybody's like, "Oh no, it's now pay to win." Oh well, you know what? 90% of us couldn't get in yesterday, and was it looking like the streamers who were testing the airdrops were getting some OP loot? Yes. I'm going to have to say I agree with that. I'm cool, okay? It's alpha. This is early access, people. This is not release day. This is not where, your base is going to be built and you got your consortium of people and survivors and it's the Walking Dead and you're all like hanging together and shit and you only trust each other, and then boom, up comes the mayor with a fucking tank and kills you because he paid. Sorry for the Walking Dead reference. It's a great move, great TV series. You got to give AMC a lot of credit for that one. Um, anyway, you just don't want the mayor to come in with a tank because he spent $5 more than you did. So you can understand totally their logic. The player base's logic. The ones that were not so supportive of this, as they call it, change. Okay. However, you can say, let's give it time. They got to flesh it out. One of the things is that they want the feedback. Hey, that's too much freaking OP loot. They're going to tone it down. Chill it out. Chill out. And if they don't, nobody's going to make you play it later. Okay. And you know what? Smedley made a faux pas. Faux pas, foobar, faux pas. He stuck his fucking foot in his mouth. Okay, he should not. As a CEO of an organization, you do not say, "Hey, if you don't like it, don't buy it, don't play it." No, 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 no. You know what? Their communications department, their PR department, just somebody had a stroke. I'm telling you, somebody over there had a stroke. Don't say that, Smed. Love you, hate you, whatever. I know you're a geek at heart. Come on, dude. You're smarter than that. You've been around for ages. I've, I even chatted with you in EQ1 beta. You don't know me, I don't know you, but we said hi. Okay, it was like, hey, dude, hey, and over some QA stuff. Anyway, you're smarter than that. Don't tell people that. Just please, just you. I know you were overtired. Come on, you were up all freaking night, probably 20, 40, 30 hours. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so back to this BS, not the BS text, but the text, because you want me to read it to you, right? It's like a PowerPoint presentation. We're going to put up a PowerPoint presentation. We're going to like read the bullets to you. It's like it's like presentation 101. Don't put up a PowerPoint presentation and read the shit on the screen. That's an amateur move. However, I'm going to read this to you because I haven't read it yet because I keep talking. Anyway, so they've received a lot of support feedback, blah, blah, blah. Hard work on the current issues. Appreciate your patience as we try to get H1Z1 up and running smoothly. We're a little over 20 hours in, and this has been an absolute roller coaster. Of course it has. Shit's going up, shit's going down. I'm in the IT field, guys. I've been in the IT field for eons. Eons. Okay? Nothing goes to plan. Well, a lot of things go to plan, but when you're talking about 200 servers, load balancings, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I digress back down here. Second, I wanted to address what I said in an earlier stream with NGT Zombies prior to release. Okay, I've seen that guy killed a million times in somebody's like freaking, their press release streams. It was funny as shit. Go NGT. You are the, you are the punching dummy. Nothing bad against you, man. Nothing at all. Just you died a lot, which is cool. Whatever. I just didn't watch your streams yet, so you probably killed a lot. I don't know. As I said, you cannot buy a gun or ammo. It had to be found in the world. When you are on a stream and are talking about your game, you tend to talk a million miles an hour, both to keep the information flowing and to keep it entertaining. Of course, yeah, I get that. Come on. You know what? If you take somebody verbatim for everything they say, everybody's a liar because their thought process is on a different page. You might be in the same book. You're in the same, but you're on a different page or a different paragraph. I understand this, okay? But sometimes things get said without completely thinking about what you're saying 100% through. I get that too. That he's totally on point here, guys. Give him, back off the hate and the rage for a little bit. Let's give this game a chance. Besides, War Z, or the Infestation Stories as it's now called, thanks to World War Z and Brad Pitt, and Daisy. Kudos to Daisy, but get some more staff, man. You could have banned the H1Z1. I'm telling you. But anyway, H1Z1 is massive game with a lot of systems of which we were tuning every day and finishing last minute. It's a development cycle. It is, especially when they're on something like an agile development cycle, which is, or a waterfall. Is more than likely what they're on with iteration and iteration and iteration technology. And so when you say you can't buy any guns and ammo, I completely disregard the possibility of airdrops. And hey, my daughter's partiers are getting here. They're going to have some fun upstairs, and they're going to socialize. The 20-something crowd. Yeah, I'm that old. All right. When I said you can't buy guns ammo, I completely disregarded the possibility of airdrops. Mean you can't buy a gun or ammo and have it go into your starting loadout or your loadout immediately, like where you're buying a gun from a gun store. Totally understand. Totally relate. All that being said, I totally understand how what I said at the time lying to you guys, and I apologize. But please understand that's not what I was trying to do. Come on. I agree. Really? They're not. People stick their foot in their mouth all the time. I am the poster boy child for it. Come on. I'm not advocating these guys. I'm not defending these guys. I'm just saying people do it. It's so easy to rage. It is really so easy to rage. For those of you who don't know me or don't understand me, know that I am not trying to be this monster that is conniving and lying hopes that you get tricked into buying the game and all that stuff. What's up, Jeff? Hold on a second, guys. I'm just saying hi to my man Jeff here. What's up, Erica? Anyway, so we go back here. Let's see here. Apologize, understand that I'm not trying to be a monster conniving, tricked you guys in the game. I'm very passionate about making video games. Duh. Trust me. Developers make money, but they don't make... trust me. Developers make money. Good developers make great money. Game developers who are very talented don't always make great money. Okay? They work a lot of hours. Anyway, I digress yet again. And I want more than anything in the world the people to love the games that I am a part of making. Who doesn't? Think of something. You're a sculptor, you're a painter. It has no... Oh, God, sorry about that. Doesn't matter what you're making, or what you're doing. You want to feel successful and to know that people are happy with what you've done or they like what you've done. Very well said. The dev team loves airdrops. Who doesn't? Come on. All right, I play 7 Days to Die. I listen for when I hear the airplane, X period of days, I'm looking up in the sky and I'm like, okay, is that thing close to me? Am I even going to try for it? you know what? And it's not game breaking. I know it's a different kind of game per se, but it's also the same kind of game per se. So, anyway, every time we used one, they were highly contested where the person who actually called the airdrop had to earn it through gladiator style brawl. I mean, hey, it's probably because they called it early. They're constantly wiping on their iterations to make sure they're not carrying over crappy bugs and all that stuff. They usually weren't the one that ended up with the airdrop. But no matter what, the person who called it in was satisfied with the event that they got to make it happen. Come on, is that not cool? It is infestation stories a la War Z, trying to get to your safe haven without wondering if you're going to die, without wondering if you're going to get in a fight. You're going to get in a fight with an airdrop. I guarantee you, they're going to fine tune this and fine tune this. We got months. It's 48 hours in. We got months prior to beta and actual release, and it becomes free to play. And while I don't agree with Smedley saying, if you don't like it, don't play it, again, that was a foot in the mouth thing. The dude was probably on like 2 hours of sleep after like 20 to 30 hours up. Okay, so I'm John. I am not one to cut you easy slack. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm just not. But I've worked for 24, 23 hours straight. I know what it's like to be on adrenaline. You don't say I've been there, done that. That's enough said. Anyway, so the guy does an airdrop, maybe not, gets it in their testing, but he was happy with the event in its totality to an extent of acceptable levels. That event is the magic we're trying to capture with everyone. The last thing we want to be is a boring item that somebody can sneak in and quietly get gear without being contested. In our opinion, that's basically cheating, and nobody should be able to do that. Of course not. Uh, their game won't go anywhere. Again, they have to appease the shareholders. They have to make money, yes, but to make money, they can't kill off their player base. Okay? So they have to find the fine balance. And it's 48 hours in, and 90% of us haven't played. We just watched streams and went, ah! That's freaking crazy! You know? Anyway, whether you agree with us or not, that is how we want airdrops to work. We are going to be tuning them throughout the early access until we get them to work that way. Here are the first pass initial changes. Listen, guys, like I said, 48 hours in, they're going to keep iterating until it feels right. One, make the plane move slowly. 53% of the current. So they're going to cut it in half, basically. Okay? So that's going to give you, you're going to hear that thing. When I was watching the streams yesterday, because I did not get to play, it did come in a little fast. Maybe after a couple in a row, I think I saw something like 4 or 5 or 7 or 8 people at the most. But now if you cut it in half, you might double that. Maybe it's 14, and not everybody's going to be friendly. Not everybody's going to be on the first day wondering, we're going to be 30 days into full release. We're going to be 6 months into full release, and you're going to have 1,000 players on a server or something like that, and you're going to have to contest that with 50 unknowns. Are they friendly? Do you feel lucky, punk? Do you? You know, that kind of crap. And so, so now you have a social aspect that you have to deal with. Do you go in guns blazing? Do you go in chatting? Are you going in chatting lying that you're friendly? Are they lying that they're friendly? What? I mean, there's some dynamics that are gonna evolve from this, as in the social dynamics of real life, to the degree that it's a game and nobody cares if they die. Really, it's not like hey, I died in game. Here's my heart in real life. Give it to somebody who needs it. So. I apologize. I have a very sensitive microphone, um, and I have to do a lot of tweaking on the audio. And I know you heard me drink. I will do my best to keep that to a minimum, but I am drinking. And it's Friday night. Come on. I have a long weekend. I got tonight off, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Go to back to work on Tuesday. Hoorah. Anyway, so that increases the ability for other players to react to the plane coming in. A great baseline to start with. It is. It really is. Make the drop fall more slowly. Slowly. Okay, that's a good one too because really, if the plane flies across the map, okay, you're slowing it down, so you got double the time to figure out that hey, there's a plane. Stop what you're doing, kill a couple zombies that are trying to eat you or a wolf, uh, and okay, now you got to look to the sky. Where's the green? Where's the visual cue? So now 80% slower. Okay, that's a good start too because it was dropping pretty fast. I would say I'm going to estimate here from a couple airdrops I saw on the stream yesterday from the point of where it released from the plane that I could tell to the point that it was on the ground was probably a minute or two. Let's just estimate at 2 minutes. That is not a lot of time if you are in the middle of something. You're fighting a zombie, you're dying, and you're finishing cooking your wolf meat or boiling some water. So now you're talking about it's gonna this is gonna be WWE cage match. I can see it. It's gonna happen. Enjoy. The question is for me is on PvE. However, it is less likely to be unbalancing in PvE because you're not killing each other. And Care Bears Unite, not for me. Again, I will be playing PvE only for my first couple streams to get some of the basics down. I'll explain that when I get in. Less accurate maximum drop radius. It was 250 meters from where they called it. Somewhere in that range in a radius, I'm sure. Now it's 700 meters. That's more than double, guys, for the mathematically deficient. Love you guys, but, whatever. If you're mathematically deficient, that is more than double. So the settings, it would drop up to 700 meters from the calling player. If the calling player is the center of the radius, he's got a shitload of space that it could possibly come in. So he's going to have to almost either guess, speculate, whatever, and he could be wrong and move maybe halfway towards where he thinks it's going to drop, or he's got to stand still until it drops. And now he's got more ground to cover, potentially up to 700 meters. Okay? 1 meter equals 3 feet approximately. All right. So for us Americans, that is approximately 2,100 feet away with zombies, dogs, wolves, and occasional bear. Okay? The new minimum distance of 250 meters for airdrops to appear from the player. So the minimum is they got to run 250. So the minimum is 250 meters. See? All right, so this is a little less than half the player density of a 700-meter distance with 120 players on the server. Therefore, more players are likely to be near the airdrop when it's deployed. Beautiful. It's gonna be. It is. It's gonna be a cage match without the cage match. People are gonna be bringing chairs and tables and shit. It's there. Give them a break, all right? Increase the minimum number of required players to 120. Okay, that's huge. I think before they said it was 50-ish. I think they said it was like a quarter of the server, and the current servers they were putting at 200, so they were saying the minimum number was 50. All right, so they more than doubled that. That's big too. So not only you can't get on at 3 in the morning U.S. time on a U.S. server when everybody's asleep and start calling down airdrops. Okay? because there's got to be 120 people on that server. So I think number 5 is big. They need to keep a minimum number of required players on a server for something so potentially game changing, for pay to win, sort of, for a chance to pay to win. Okay? And of course, a little higher after, about player density being important, keeping airdrops contested. So basically, the way I read that is hey, as they scale up the servers, that number is going to change. Yeah, that's the way I read it. H1Z1 airdrop events and drop percentages: 65% chance to call in one of these airdrops. Bow, no big deal. Bundle arrows times 2, not a big deal. Torch, whoop-de friggin' do. Don't get me wrong, these things are great in the beginning. Waist pack, yeah, fanny pack, anyone. Okay, and 7 zombies. Come on, come on. If they fix the AI from the streams I watched where the zombies just stood there and died, you know, that'd be important. Okay, they fixed the AI airdrop zombies. It's I mean, last night I was watching them. The airdrop would come in, 7 zombies, 6, 7, 9. What, I don't know what, I'm assuming it was 7 just because of the number I'm reading here, would come in, and it was like 3 by 3 maybe with a leader. Maybe they had a leader zombie, this alpha zombie. And everybody just kind of standing around and punched them and axed them to death, and shotgunned them if they were lucky enough. But think about it. If you do get to the crate, okay, the airdrop, and it's not contested, all right, we all know that a couple zombies, 2 zombies, no, we don't all know. I mean, hell, I haven't even played the game yet. Watching the streamers, 2 zombies can be a pain in the neck. And they could tweak the AI of the zombies that come down with these, okay? They could make them fast runners, heavier health. I mean, there's a lot of tweaking they could do. They could make them hit harder. They could make them gargantuans eventually. They could make it one big master zombie, Resident Evil, where she's fighting her best friend who's been transformed in Resident Evil 2. You know, uh, they got so much room for creativity and innovation here. So let's give them a break and let's see how it comes out. Give them at least 30 days. I mean, at least to tweak this stuff. Uh, you know. Anyway, the welder, some basic stuff. I'm not going to read all this again. 7 zombies. The medic, nice. 7 zombies. Who couldn't do the medic pack, right? The demolition man. All right. Again, 7 zombies. The builder. Did we not do the welder, then the builder? What's the difference between wrench, hammer, metal sheets? Okay. All right. Builders, more of, carpenter. Maybe. No, not necessarily. Anyway, again, 7 zombies. The farmer. Hey, we got any Green Acres guys out here who want to do some farming? We got some seeds for you. Come on over. Green Acres. The hiker. All right. A motorcycle helmet, military backpack. Okay, that's good. Military backpack. Sorry. Uh, and my understanding is that would be a cosmetic item for that too. That you can buy a cosmetic item. However, you still have to go and find it. So if you buy a cosmetic military backpack, you still have to go find a military backpack to apply that cosmetic treat. Is that a word? That cosmetic appearance to, before you can apply it. I have no idea if it's a one-use wonder. If you lose it, no idea. Anyway, again, 7 zombies. So those are all, those are the 65 percenters. Okay, that's your chance. Those are the ones there. Now, the 12.5%, because, I mean, developers, anyway, I'm just not going to go into integers, and anyway, I'm not just not going to go there right now. 12.5% chance to call in one of these airdrops. Life of the party. Is that an improvised explosive device, an IED? Okay, what terrorism. You get a 12.5% chance to terror. You know what? You know what? This is totally your American militia terrorism. Okay, you get some IEDs, you get some swizzle, and what kind of American militia backwater redneck doesn't need his old moonshine, and flares. We gotta let them know where we're at. Come get us. We'll blow your ass up. All right. So 10% chance to call in this airdrop the hobo. Okay. All right. Well, they need some work. Shotgun shells, moonshine. That fits the moonshine. The torch twine, a pear sandwich, and 7 zombies. I would call this. You know what? I'm sorry. I wouldn't call this the hobo. I would call this something like, you know, um, the Samuel Jackson, or not even no, not Samuel Jackson. Oh God help me, I can't think of his name. He's played in so many movies. Black guy. He's in The Equalizer. Anyway, God, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze. I hope I silenced my mic in time. And I can't believe I can't think of his name. Talk about a total freaking brain bomb. Uh, you know what? I'm totally looking this up. Equalizer. Okay. Denzel Washington, you got guys. Please forgive me. Okay, it's not a lack of knowing. I swear, but this is something that a character that I could see Denzel playing, the hobo. You know, I am the hobo. I got my shotgun, my moonshine, my torch, and bear sandwich. Totally a Morgan Freeman thing here. I would change this. Smedley, if you ever watch this, change this to the Morgan Freeman. Okay? Or the MF, the mother. You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? The lone wolf, the pistol. Okay, I could go with that. Some logs. Well, a wolf sandwich. An animal trap, I like that, and a deer bladder. I'm not even sure what that is. Okay? I'm going to assume it has something to do with water. But the last thing I want to do is carry around a deer bladder with me. Hey, you want some of my water? It's in the deer bladder. Anyway, so enough about that. And let's do a reload, even though you're not supposed to have to on it on Twit. So they're still working on the down servers in a G29. That was 12 minutes ago. So I have wasted a lot of your time talking. Okay? So let's go ahead here and let's see if we can get the game to load. See if we can get into Chainsaw, and if we can't get into Chainsaw, maybe we'll have to just pick another Care Bear server. Again, okay. Talking about the Care Bear server. Why? Why am I doing a Care Bear server? Okay, one thing I learned from Minecraft, 7 Days to Die, Rust, you name it. Beasts of Prey. I love survival games, by the way. One thing I learned is that you really well. Okay, for me, for me. Okay, again, this sound is a little overbearing in my ears, so bear with me a second. Okay, chainsaw is still down. Let's just see what we can find. And I'm gonna look for Care Bear. Anyway, what I found out is that for me, it takes me a few days of gaming. So let's just say 24 hours of gaming, and I'm not talking about contiguous. I'm talking about, 3 hours here, 2 hours there, an hour here, 4 hours there of gaming, okay? Combined total of approximately 24 hours. At that point, I get my aha moment. And I kind of get the not just the basics, but the 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 basics that say you're going to survive long term. You are going to be able to handle so much and deal with whatever's kind of thrown at you and laugh in its face. Um, that kind of um, understanding of the game. I'm gonna go with no hope. Why? Because I'm thinking of Star Wars. Anyway, I'm gonna get in queue here. Okay, first, real quick, this choose server interface. The first column, okay, you can sort it. You can only sort by two columns: the name and this first column. Okay, the first column has either green dots or it doesn't. The green dots mean you have a character there for those who do not know. So I tried to create, my luck is I tried to create characters on 3 of the G29 servers. All right, that they're having some, G29 classified issues. If you get the reference, post it, text it, whatever the freaking Twitch TV chat thing is, just go with that. If you get the G29 classified, it's not an exact reference, but it's there. So if you get a little green dot, that means you created a character. I tried to create a character. Secondly, character creation currently appears to be if you create a character name, it is global. So if you create, in my case, Crazy Gamers, which I did on Chainsaw, I couldn't get into the server. It crashed right when it crashed, whatever, disconnected before I could load in. I went to Disturbance, tried to create the same name, and it's like, hey, that name's taken. And I'm like, well, okay. So I created Crazy Gamer 1. And then I went over to Hell, because that one crashed. And then I went over to Hell, and I'm like, yeah, let's go to Hell, And it wouldn't create Crazy Gamer 1. That name was in use. So it appears to be global. It is just unlikely that nobody was using Crazy Gamer and Chainsaw, but on these two they were. Okay? And then on Hell they were using also Crazy Gamer 1. So my assumption, I'm going to call it a good educated guess that it's one name rules them all. So get your name. Nobody's out there name sniping. Okay? That's my opinion. Nobody's name sniping. They picked a name. Okay, if your name is Damien, all right, in game, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. If you're any, if you're any zombie movie famous name, it's gone. Pick a new one. Okay, be a little more creative. So that's what the first column is. Second column is sortable as well. It is server name. Guess what? It's sorted by the server name. The rest of these are not yet sortable. Why they didn't do that, don't know. Ping. Okay. I've already voted up on their issue. There is a website, guys. Okay. There is a website I have to send you guys to. Okay. Forgive my nasty desktop. It is posted here on the H1Z1. It is the issue tracker. Okay? You need to go here. When the servers come back on and you experience any issues, be sure to use the H1Z1 issue tracker. The issue tracker is, is currently used for Planet Sites 2, Landmark, and H1Z1. When you go to this, you need to create a new account. It is not tied to your SOE account. Okay? Create a new account. Down at the bottom right, well, on the left, it tells you a little about it. On the right is PlanetSide 2 PC, Landmark. Obviously, nobody's using it for Landmark now that I look at this. And H1Z1. You can see they got one issue that needs more information, one issue resolved. 2 issues have been confirmed, 2 issues have been closed, and 183 open issues. If you click on the number, all right, you can see all the issues in this area that I'm scrolling in the leftish middle, okay? Now, what I did is I voted over here on the right. So this server browser, let's see. Can you please add the following server to the server browser? More or less standard functions you can find in any browser. Refresh list, display real ping. Okay, that's one of the there was another one. Obviously, some of the people who are posting these items are actually going to delay things. I'm sure they got some intern looking and sorting through this stuff. You know, you poor intern developer. Sucks to be you. Somebody's sorting through all these. The duplicates, the triplicates, the quadruplets, the octets, whatever. You know, you're supposed to search first, okay, before you post a new issue, okay? Display real pings, okay? That one I upvoted. It has tons of votes. You can upvote over here in the top right. So, Obus, read next time, okay? Read. Look at. Hold on. This is for Obus, everyone. This is for Obus, okay? Let's see here. Before you create a new issue, please search for existing issues to make sure your issue hasn't already been reported. Duplicate issues will be closed. You know why? Because you're a putz, Obus. Look. Anyway, I shouldn't say that, Obus, because I didn't look at all yours. You might have one or two other items in here that aren't. Let's see. Refresh list. Already been posted. It's in here. Display real ping. Already been in here. Sort everything. I'm pretty sure that's already been in there. I'm not sure. Okay. This one I haven't seen. All right. But who cares if it's an EU or a US server if you get the real ping? I mean, really. Are you ever going to see an EU server? If you do, does it fucking matter that it's an EU? If your ping is 16 and your freaking East Coast or West Coast US one is 5,000, does it matter, Obus? All right, sorry. Not trying to call you out, man. I swear. I swear. I'm done. Anyway, so I asked them, could you, you know, I upvoted it. It's got a lot of upvotes. Go register. Use it. Why? Why? Because they want us to. That is going to be a good way for us to provide feedback, to have bugs fixed, to go look and see if they responded to you and your issue, to get other people who have the same issue be able to find that you have an issue, okay? And say, I too have this issue. And they can attach their screenshots. They can add more detailed information that maybe you couldn't capture. Okay? So, back to the thing. We can't sort anything else. Blah, blah, blah. Now, back to where we were. We're gonna exit the game one more time and go back in. Because there's no refresh list, please add that, Sony. Okay? Please. Refresh. You know. Come on. All right? It's funny how it's not a big priority. I get it, but it's not a hard. Okay. It's gonna take somebody like 20 minutes to fix. Okay, put it in your dev, your dev environment for 20 minutes with a developer. Okay, then throw it to QA. Okay, you're talking about 2 man hours. 2 man hours, Sony. Okay? John Smedley, this is for you. I'm estimating 2 man hours with a developer who knows how to do that shit. Okay? Along with the QA people and the testing to go from dev to go to QA to go to push out. Okay? 2 man hours. You can do it. I know you can, Smed. So first thing I'm going to do, okay, my servers are still down, so we're going to sort by the name, and we're going to look again for a Care Bear server. Why? Again, oh, Blood Sky, low, perfect. Let's join it. Probably no queue. So, crazy gamers. Okay, look. Okay, it's not valid. I guarantee it's a brand. One, no. 1-1. Those are the two names I did. So, you know what? I'm just going to do 2. And it's, hey, let's get in. Probably no queue because it's low. Alright, but still, it's a queue. What do you do? I hope you guys are not tired of hearing me yet. I have been told by many people, many people, that I am a good talker, and this is why I should be streaming. Because I really do. I can say something about somebody, I can say something about something. I can say something about nothing. Uh, what do you want to hear? Hey, we're down by 2 in the queue. Wonderful. Hey, 18 of you people on this server, which I forgot the name of already. All right, log out. You know, First time streamer here wants to play the game. And while that's in queue, I'm going to Alt Tab out. I am going to see. Do I have anybody watching me? Probably not. But you know what? I don't have high hopes for today. I was telling my daughter, okay, total views. I think I'm getting my own count up. I'm gonna have to talk to Twitch about that. And I refreshed my screen. Hey, I went from 9 to 10. I highly doubt that I had like total of 10 people coming in, check me out, and walk out, because I've refreshed my screens about that amount of times, and well, it is what it is. So let's go back and see what our queue's like. Going to see. Oh, do I have anybody watching me? Probably not. But all right, hold on just a second, guys. I have high hopes. Okay, 47-minute wait time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause my streaming. Okay, this is like last night. This is to the point of ridiculousness and teasing. So you're gonna have to bear with me here. My debut is yet again being delayed while they fix the G29 classified issues. Let's take one more peek at their Twitter page and see if they have anything going on here. We're looking at removing the nameplates. We're likely to try a few things before dumping them all together. We see the probs. I have no idea what the hell that is. You know why? Because I've never played the game yet. Because they can't fix the shit. Anyway, so they're still working on the G29 classifieds, and I will be back streaming as soon as I actually get in the game. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.